Hi, this is Math with Miss Villaseñor. Make sure you take notes during your math video lesson, and if you have any questions, set an appointment with your teacher to go over some things. We are going to be reviewing opposite numbers. What is the starting position on both number lines? It's going to be 0. What is the whole number that you see on both number lines? So the whole numbers you see on the number lines are 4. And we see a -4. Now, as you can see that when numbers move to the left of 0, they become negative numbers. And when you go to the right, those are positive numbers, all right, from 0. Okay, so for the horizontal line, as they go above 0, they are positives, and below 0, they are negative. So, reviewing again, when the numbers go to the left of 0, they are negative, and the value becomes less. As they move to the right of 0, the more to the right, the values would be more. Okay, so if we start at the number line point of the whole number 3, how far is it from 0? How many units? So if we review 1, 2, 3 units or 3 spaces from +3 to 0. So the way to find the opposite is now you're going to have to go to the left of 0 the same number of spaces. So when we go from the left side here of 0, 1, 2, 3, you get to -3. So that's where you'll find their opposites. So on the right direction, 3 spaces from 0 would be 3, and then on the left direction, it will be 3 spaces, and I'll give you the -3. So -3 and +3 would be opposites. Now, when you see a number line this way, same thing applies. So if I start with +2, and I move and I check to see how many units, how many spaces to 0. 1, 2. So now I'm going to do the same thing, the same direction below 0. 1, 2. So it's going to give you -2. So the opposites for +2 would be -2. So you count how many spaces from each number in the opposite direction from 0. Okay, so another example would be like explained earlier. So if you have 6, the opposite's gonna be -6 because they describe the locations from 0, and opposite sides would be the 6 spaces. So +6, -6. So if you have -25, your opposite would be +25 because from -5 to 0 is 25 units, 25 spaces, and from 0 to the opposite, the positive side would be 25 spaces. Now the last question I'm going to leave you with is, when would you deal with negative numbers in the real world? So negative numbers would be when you owe money. Okay, so if you borrowed $5 and you still haven't paid it, that's going to be -$5. Another example would be when you are describing sea levels. So when you see a number line like this, your sea level is at the 0 mark, and if you're going below sea level, let's say you jumped in the ocean and you're trying to find I don't know, some new fish for your aquarium. And so you jump in the ocean, and you're going to swim down maybe 2 feet. That would be -2, showing 2 below sea level. Okay. Another example could be temperatures. You know, it's the temperature is where the penguins live. It's so cold that for them to be comfortable, they're going to have to be below 10 degrees. So that would be negative 10. So those are some real examples of how negative numbers would apply, some of the examples that would apply in the real world. Okay, so that's the big idea for this lesson. If you have any additional questions, make an appointment with your teacher to work in a small group, and we can go over your questions. Thank you.